Sagittarius gang, what's happening, what's crack-a-lackin', and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy from CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with your September 2020 reading, man. I hope you guys are well. If so, let me know down in those comments down below. Keep in mind this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any other amazing tarot readers that we got here on YouTube, okay? These messages may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take the message whichever way it resonates, if it applies to your personal situation. And if you guys would like, you may follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. All that information is provided in the description box down below. Sagittarius, welcome to September 2020. I hope you guys are doing well, and let's get right into your reading, all right? Messages for Sagittarius here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout September 2020. What messages do we got coming through for Sagittarius, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout September 2020. I definitely feel your message is coming through quick. Let's go ahead and get one last shuffle and see what we got going on, man. Hopefully all is well. Let's take a look. Goddamn, that was fast. Sagittarius, the overall energy for you guys here is going to be the Four of Cups. So, you can be connecting possibly here with a water sign, a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. I think right now you're in a space where you have a lot of disinterest in things. It could be disinterest in romance for some of you. Your current energy is the Queen of Cups, the person you're dealing with is the Five of Cups, and the outcome that's present is the Knight of Swords. Wow, so this reading is not necessary. It's going to include other people, but I think it's more about yourself and your healing. Because I think the Five of Cups is representing the aspect of you that's still hurt. And that may be why you're kind of not taking cups from anybody right now. You're not taking love from anybody right now because you're still hurt and you've gone through shit, you know? And taking a look at your current energy, the Queen of Cups is usually a card that represents somebody that is going through an emotional time. Usually with the King of Cups, I see it as a person, and keep in mind, I don't attach the gender to the cards, but the King of Cups, I see it as a person who's more in tune with their emotions and emotionally grounded. The Queen of Cups to me is a person that's going through it emotionally right now, and it's a high tide, you know? So from what I'm seeing here so far for you guys, I think you are kind of avoiding connecting with other people because you're still healing, and there's still a part of you that has to heal from whatever connections you've been involved with, and overall your emotions are kind of running in different directions, and it makes you feel very uncertain whether or not you want to invest in other people due to the past experiences that you have been involved with. As for the outcome that's present, the Knight of Swords. I think you want to put yourself out there and communicate with more individuals, but I think you also need to get your groove back. I think you want to get that, confidence back. Like how Stella got her groove back, I feel like you're in that position where you want to get your groove back, but because you have been hurt and because you are still unhealed, you have to do some healing work first to be able to be confident enough to put yourself back out there. And you know what's interesting about the Knight of Swords? I noticed this about this card in someone else's reading, but it looks like the Fool card, The horse is all the way at the cliff, just like the Fool would be standing at the cliff. It's like you want to say, fuck my pain, let's go jump into other connections and have fun, but sometimes you can't do that because when you are going through emotions and going through pain, it can manifest things like trust issues, it can manifest things like fear of love, fear of other people loving you, fear of giving love. It can manifest so many negative things. So when you go into a connection unhealed, you end up sabotaging that connection because you're not in the right mindset in order to receive it, if that makes sense, okay? So a lot of you guys are like, yeah, I want to be impulsive and say fuck it and go ahead and meet somebody awesome and be with them, but if I'm not going to be my best self when I meet somebody new, if I'm not going to be in a position where I'm ready to accept love, then how is it going to work out in my favor? You have to be willing to accept love, and you have to be willing to accept yourself first. So we're going to go ahead and get into this reading, and we'll see what we got going on here for September. I am definitely seeing so far healing that's coming towards you, which I'm very happy to see, okay? First things first, let's clarify this Five of Cups. What is the majority of hurt and disappointment that Sagittarius is going through right now when it is in accordance to their love life, please? And we have here the Hangman card. I think that there have been a lot of burdens that you've experienced that have kept you stuck. One of the biggest things about your pain that is stressful to you is that no matter how much you try to break away from it, no matter how much you try to walk away from this pain you've experienced, you feel stuck. You feel like you cannot break the cycle, okay? And here's the thing, at the end of the day, Sag, you totally can. And I want you to know that cycles only exist because we believe they exist. So for example, if we believe we're stuck, we're going to be stuck. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you perceive, or whatever you perceive as real, is going to be real to you. So remember, if you perceive that you're stuck, you're going to be stuck. Okay? And clarify the Queen of Cups for me, please, as Sagittarian's current energy. And we have here the Six of Swords. So I think right now you not desperately, but you really want to get out of this position where you're unsatisfied with yourself and unsatisfied with other connections. You really want to let go of this burden of pain, but you feel trapped there. You feel like it's so hard to be able to let go of it. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing coming through for you guys so far. All right, so let's get into the reading here. First things first, I'm going to dive into your past. So on this side, I'm going to pull your past, and then obviously we have the present laid out right in front of us. So we're going to take a look at your past. Then we'll take a look at your future. We'll see what's happening, what's coming for you here in September 2020, especially in regards to your healing, okay? So let's get into it. In regards to Sagittarius' past, what was it they experienced in their previous relationship or relationships that have caused them to be emotionally unavailable and to experience disappointment? What is it that has happened here in Sagittarians' previous relationships, please? First card out, we have here the Strength card. We have here the Nine of Wands. We have here the Page of Swords. We have here the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Moon card, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Cups. So, one of the most important things I'm seeing so far is the Strength card, Leo energy. You have felt like you've needed to be strong for so long because a lot of the relationships you were involved in weren't bringing you stability and happiness. They were bringing you the Five of Cups. I feel like you were connecting with lots of people who didn't have your best interest at heart. You were connecting with lots of people that you always felt the need to satisfy. And I think that is what stemmed from you constantly feeling like you had to take care of your emotions and you had to be strong, because it seems to me that when it came towards love and romance, you were very much so pleasing everybody else without speaking up about your feelings and the ways that you want to be pleased. So I feel for you, Sagittarius, that you were doing a lot of work for others, but you weren't doing enough for yourself. And the connections you were involved with as well weren't equal give and take kind of connections. It feels to me like they were one-sided. You were the person showering the individual you're dealing with lots of love and everything you can give them, and you gave them your all and your 100. And it feels like your partner didn't give you their all and their 100. They gave you like 50%, or maybe even less. So I really feel like you were working super hard to shower somebody with love and just giving them your all, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like that energy was reciprocated. And with the Page of Swords here, it feels to me like people were always trying to make you the second best. The Page of Swords is a person who kind of hides who they're talking to, hides who they're communicating with. I do feel for some of you Sagittarians, you could have been in situations where there were people who were possibly using you as a rebound, using you as a second option when they were really in communication with somebody else they wanted to be with. So you might have been a part of a few third-party situations, which may have manifested and caused trust issues when it comes towards love and romance. And with the Three of Pentacles here to the Eight of Wands as well, what really bothers me to see, which you guys have experienced, is how you were always the one trying to make things work. You were always the one communicating about fixing things, but the person you're dealing with was the one to run off. So keep in mind, whether what I'm describing is your last relationship or if what I'm describing is what you've gone through when it comes towards dating, I think that you got to a point. That's a way to lighten the mood, Sagittarius. You got into a point. You got to a point where it was the straw that broke the camel's back. You've had so many relationships where people have just let you down and disappointed you that it was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep trying to be happy with people, especially the wrong people. And that's exactly what it was, Sagittarius. You were trying to be happy with the wrong people for you. I think that you would ignore red flags just for the fact that you wanted what you wanted. And what you wanted was a happy and stable relationship, and you did everything in your power to make sure that would happen. But it can't happen if the person you're dealing with doesn't want to be able to be on that same wavelength with you. So overall, I really do feel like when you reminisce back to the past, you know, you feel a lot of disappointment. It seems to me like you were always the person who was putting in work to make things work, and then the people you were dealing with would simply just run away. They wouldn't put in the effort. They wouldn't try with you. They would give up too easily. And you're like, damn, why am I putting in all this fucking effort when at the end of the day I keep picking these wrong people? And you know what? It's life, man. It's a part of the process. We pick wrong people sometimes. But sometimes while we're picking wrong people, we're not recognizing that they're wrong for us because we want them to be something they're not. So Sagittarius, moving forward, you got to recognize who people truly are. You got to recognize, do they want the same things I want? Are they treating me in the way that I deserve? Are they working in my highest of good? Or is this individual just having something to gain from me? You know, you got to take a look at the romantic situations like that. You got to make sure you're getting exactly what it is you're worth and exactly what it is you deserve. Make sure you're with a person who loves you each and every single day and showers you with love and knows how to take care of you and understands what you're going through emotionally and wants to work on things with you and wants the best for you. You got to be surrounded by that energy. I think what you wanted was just a happy connection for so long that when you were involved with the wrong people, you did everything you could to make it happy. But it was like you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make a horse drink, you know? So with that all being said, Sag, taking a look into your past, I just feel like you were surrounded with a lot of the wrong people. And I think that you were trying to make it work because you really wanted to be fulfilled in that happy relationship state. But it didn't work out because those were the people that weren't looking for the same thing. And I think that your last connection was really the straw that broke the camel's back. I think you were in a space where it was like, I'm over it. I'm over connections. I'm over trying to, be with somebody and love somebody and have some sort of relationship. I think you have been so disappointed when it came towards love and romance that it's like, you know what? 4 cups. I'm done. I'm no longer interested. I'm no longer taking opportunities. I'm no longer taking that cup. So, you've been wounded, guys. All right? But here's the thing. There is healing that's coming in September 2020, and we're going to go ahead and dive right into that, all right? This damn reading is not supposed to be super negative. It's not supposed to be, oh my God, this is the worst reading in the world. No, because you know what? This reading is going to show a transformation. Yeah, Sagittarius, in the past, you got fucked over by some people. In the past, you were connecting with the wrong individuals. But you know what? Right now, if you don't want to be involved with somebody, that's fine. Because remember, we got to love ourselves before we can love somebody else. But with that all being said, we're going to be seeing you releasing this. Because you know what? Your past is not your present. And your past is not something that you have to be trapped or tied to for the rest of your life. The beautiful thing about the past is that we can put the past behind us. All right? One of the most important things I learned in my life was not to carry the past into the present moment. Because when you carry the past into the present moment, what ends up happening is history repeats itself. Because you're not doing things in a new way and in a new perspective. You're repeating the same patterns. So Sagittarius, your past here has caused a lot of wounds. It has made you feel like you need to have trust issues. It has made you feel uncomfortable with showering people with love because you feel like there is no return. It's made you feel like you do everything and at the end of the day, nobody's going to do that back for you. It's made you feel like, I don't know if I'm worthy enough. And I don't want you to feel that way, Sag, because you are motherfucking worthy. You kidding me? Sagittarius, you're worthy of a lovely, beautiful, and humbling connection. You are worthy of the most amazing person in the entire fucking world, and you know that shit, okay? So don't let the past teeter-totter with your worth. It's time to enter a new perspective now, and we're going to go ahead and do it, okay? Now, taking a look at what's coming in for Sagittarius throughout September 2020, let's go ahead here and take a look. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Throughout September 2020. Where are things going, please, for Sagittarius? What's coming in for September 2020? Let's go ahead and take a look, man. So, first card out is going to be the Knight of Cups. The idea of love is coming up again. And no matter how much you want to resist it, your heart is like, man, I kind of want a relationship. But your mind's like, no, bitch, no. We have here the Nine of Cups. We have here the Queen of Swords. We have here the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and then the Tower. Exactly what I mentioned. It's the same exact cards coming out, Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, Queen of Swords. You want to be happy. You want a romantic connection. You want to give love a second chance. But then logically, you're like, maybe it's not a good idea. Then the fear of things not working out comes up. And then you're like, well, what if I'm with the right person? And then you're like, what if I'm with the right person, but then the right person leaves me? Sagittarius, your mind's going in all different directions. You're overthinking a lot right now. And I think it's because it's stemming from your past that has created fear when it comes towards being loved and giving love to others. Here's something I learned in life that might be beneficial to you. When you go through heartbreak, you learn a lot from it. And besides just learning a lot from heartbreak, every time someone walks out of that door, you get closer and closer to the person you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with. So the perception of heartbreak for me is that anytime you break away from somebody, you are one step closer to your person. So in a sense, heartbreak's a good thing, because why would you want to be with somebody that you're not meant to be with forever and ever? You know what I'm saying? So I still see in September, there is a lot of fear, but there also is a lot of optimism. And your mind is overthinking, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There is this urge to love somebody and to be loved. There is this urge to no longer be single and to be in a relationship and to find the right person. But then in the back of your mind, you're like, but it's not going to work out for me because nothing's ever worked out for me before. And when you tell yourself that, right, Sagittarius? When you tell yourself that, what are you doing? You're repeating history. You're bringing the past into the present. That's the cycle we got to break here throughout September 2020. No more bringing the past into the present. No more telling yourself a story based upon your past. It's time to write a new script. It's time to create a new story. It's time to continue loving yourself and recognizing that you are worthy of a loving and beautiful connection, and that you are worthy of being happy. And it's time for you to allow yourself to be happy. In a sense, there's been sort of this disallowance of not letting yourself be happy because of what you've previously experienced. What you've previously experienced, yeah, you may have learned a lot from it, but it doesn't mean it needs to govern your life for the rest of your life. Allow yourself to be happy. Allow yourself to be loved. Allow yourself to give yourself opportunities. Because what's the worst thing that could happen? It wouldn't work out with somebody, right? Isn't that the worst thing that could really happen, is that somebody cares or somebody doesn't care, you know? When you are interested in somebody, the worst thing they could say is no. And then you keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Because it's always good to know whether you're with the right person or not. Some people are meant for you, some people aren't. That's why you got to get out there and have experiences. So take heartbreak with a grain of salt moving forward. Because heartbreak is essentially there to help guide you to the right one. Right? Heartbreak is almost a sign of, oh no, this isn't the person you would have been happy with. This is why we need this dramatic ending so that you can go to where you need to go. You know? Anyways, man, moving forward, what kind of healing here can Sagittarius expect throughout September 2020? Are they going to break the Hangman card? Are they going to break the cycle of being stuck? Yes! There we go. We have here the Five of Wands, the Hermit, the Knight of Wands, and we also have here the Five of motherfucking Swords. Heyo! Sagittarius, moving forward throughout September 2020, you are moving away from the Five of Wands, which is the energy of being in eternal conflict. Okay? And that was also clarifying the Hangman card. So, for those of you guys who have felt stuck, you're getting out of that place. I think that what's going on here is you're removing yourself from being consistently stressed out and from being consistently emotionally in turmoil. You're allowing yourself to release that. So moving forward in September 2020, Sag, I think what you're doing is you're just taking a break kind of from everything so that emotionally you can take a step back and relax. We also have here the Knight of Wands and we have here the Five of Swords. This is an energy too where you're recognizing that you can have whatever you want in life, and in order to allow yourself to have it, you have to simply stop telling yourself the negative stories. Remember how I told you the story of your past, if you bring that into your present, history will repeat? Well, the moment you stop telling yourself the story of the past, you can create a brand new story, you can write a brand new script. So what I'm seeing for you guys throughout September is you're no longer allowing your past to be your present moment. And I'm also seeing that you're escaping the overthinking. You're escaping the internal conflict. There's something in you guys that is just going to say, I'm done, I'm fed up, I'm tired of constantly being emotionally disrupted and emotionally bothered. It's time for me to just take a break from everything and to work on myself and to gather my thoughts and to be in a very grounded energy. So in September, this healing that's coming to you is you acknowledging that you no longer need to hold on to the past, that you can freely let it go. In September 2020, the healing that's coming to you is the acknowledgement that you are worthy of a beautiful connection, that you are worthy of love, that you are worthy of the right person. The healing that is coming to you in September 2020 is the acknowledgement that in order to be happy and in order to love another person, you have to allow yourself to be happy and you have to allow yourself to be involved with other people. So you're learning a lot of things in regards to your healing, and a lot of it comes towards you allowing yourself to have these things, okay? So you're gonna be seeing things differently here. You know, for a while, you've been going through a lot of emotional frustration. It's been like, man, I wanna love myself and I wanna have a beautiful relationship and I'm fantasizing about my dream partner, and then the next moment it's like, well, they're not gonna care about me, they'll walk away from me, they'll leave me. You were going back and forth constantly in this cycle of negativity. But I see you breaking the cycle of negativity here. And it might have a lot to do with this full moon that we just recently had in Pisces. You know, the full moon in Pisces was a very emotional moon, but it was also very shattering to our negative habits. I've noticed that not only in my own personal life, but in a lot of people's lives, their negative habits have started to become broken. For example, like the negative habit of repeating history and bringing your past into your present, that is a habit that's being broken. So we're seeing changes here for you guys, and I'm so happy and proud to see them. Now, in regards to the outcome, please, for Sagittarius throughout September 2020, what is the outcome that's coming through, please, for Saggy throughout September 2020? Let's take a look. We got here the Fool. Fan-fucking-tastic, man. I like that vibe. I like it a lot. And we also had the Two of Wands that came out as a flipper. You're choosing your path this time. Instead of staying on the same path you've been on, you're deciding to take a new path. And that new path is you letting go, releasing, going with the flow of life, and acknowledging that I don't need to be in this emotionally stressed place. All I need to do is let go. Beautiful, man. Beautiful vibes. Beautiful fucking energy, man. And I love that Fool card because the moment you let go of everything that's been holding you back is the moment that everything in your life is going to shift. What was holding you back, Sagittarius? Consistently dwelling on the past. What was holding you back? You not allowing yourself to be loved and to put yourself out there because you believe that nobody was ever going to reciprocate that energy. All the stories you've told yourself is what you are breaking. You are no longer letting those things that once held you back hold you back any longer. You're allowing yourself to be free. And that is the healing that's going to come to you. And that is the healing that's going to turn the Four of Cups upright to the Four of Cups in reverse. You're going to go ahead and find new love. You're going to go ahead and make sure that your heart is nurtured and taken care of. You're going to find that commitment that makes you motherfucking happy. Point blank, period. So, my Sagittarius gang, I understand that the past sometimes can play a role into how we turn out in the future, but if we take a step back and acknowledge that the past no longer exists and the only moment that exists is this moment right now, things can change. You can write a new story. You can let go of all that doesn't serve, and you can go ahead and be happy. Sagittarius, allow yourself to be happy, and you will find the right person. Don't worry about it. Even if the next person you meet isn't the one you end up staying with in the long term, guess what? That was one more person that brought you closer to who you were supposed to be with. Okay? Point blank, period. Sagittarius, thank you guys so much for watching, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning into September 2020. Of course, if it resonates, please let me know down in those comments down below. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really accept this healing coming in for you guys. I think it's definitely going to be needed. And I'm happy to see that you guys are moving towards a better and more bright direction, okay? Much love to my Sagittarian gangs. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I will catch you guys in your next video. Take care, everybody, and have yourselves a good one, man. Peace.